Hello everybody, and welcome back to Cask and Point. Today we are trying something that is $4,000 on the secondary market. This is Michter's 20 Bourbon. So Michter's obviously has quite a lot of things in their lineup. They have 4 classic releases, an American whiskey, a sour mash, all those things, and they're solid releases for $40, $50. They're pretty much on the shelf around the country, but then they have a step up on that. They have some nicer things. They have the Michter's Barrel Strength Rye, which I have a bottle of here. They have a Barrel Strength Bourbon. They have a 10-year rye, a 10-year bourbon. These bottles are anywhere between $150 and $300 on the secondary market, and those are real impressive steps up and really solid bottles that a lot of people are big fans of. I've owned and enjoyed multiple of them, and I do really like them. But then there's Michter's 20. So Michter's 20 has an MSRP, last I checked, of $1,200. So it is not a cheap pour at all, but it is so incredibly good that its secondary is actually about 3 times that. And it depends on the year a little bit. So more modern releases, a 2024 release, is going to be around $3,200, $3,300. This is actually a 2018 release. So this is much closer to $4,000. There have actually been 2 deals recently that were both $5,000 each. So real insane money that we're talking about here, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on a sample there thanks to a good buddy of mine named Mark. So thank you so much, Mark, for sharing your incredible whiskey and wallet with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. But to warm us up a little bit here, we do have some Michter's 10 Bourbon. So this one, depending on the batch, can be $300 or maybe $350 on the secondary market. There was one especially good batch in 2023, batch A, that was really so good that one actually goes for like $550 on the secondary market right now, and I've tried it, and I actually don't think it's really that much better at all than the other batches. Like, it's a bit better, but I don't know, it's not $250 better. That's my opinion. This is technically 24F, provided to me by a good buddy of mine named Foolproof, so thank you so much, Chad, for this one. And it smells good. I've done a review on Michter's 10 Bourbon, and I said that this was a bottle that I didn't think was worth MSRP at $200. Now, I have come around. I think it's been something like 8 months since I've done that review, and no, I do like it and appreciate it more now. I think this is one that you definitely need a refined palate for. I mean, this one it's lower proof, and you really have to pick apart all of these flavors to really get at it. And while I won't buy one for $300, for MSRP at $185, $200, it is worth that. Like, it is a good pour of whiskey. But that one's going to be a lot better. So this Michter's 10 is 94 proof, 10 years old. Like I said, MSRP $185. Let's try it. It's good. It's good. It has some charcoal on it. It has some cherry on it. It has some caramel on it. It has some tobacco on it. It is solid. It is a low proof king. It is one that really, it's like the short king of the bourbon market. I mean, really, it is not one that punches you in the face, but it has a lot of flavor. It has a lot of sass for that kind of proof. It is good. It is very good. I'll be honest, it's high 7s. Actually, it's kind of leaning closer to an 8.0 for me. It used to be like a 7.6, but I've started to appreciate it more. I think for that kind of proof, at that kind of flavor, you're just not getting that very often from many things. It's a very refined pour. And this is good. And actually, this batch might be slightly better than the one I had before. I think before I had like 24B. So this 24F, maybe that one just happens to be a little bit better. That F is for the letter for the month. And so they typically release these in the beginning of the year. So you see a lot of like 24B for the Michter's Barrel Strength Rye. That's 2024B is February, so February 2024 batch. And then they are all technically single barrels, although they're like sister barrels and they have particular codes. And unlike the complexities of like Willet and stuff like that, sister barrels tend to taste exactly the same. And so you basically divvy these up based off of those batches of the month. But even though it's technically not a batch, it's actually technically like a set of 50 single barrels, those single barrels really taste exactly the same. There really aren't many discernible differences between 2 different 24B single barrels. So anyways, let's take another sip here. Move on to some Michter's 20. It's good. It starts off with that charcoal, that tobacco, rich oak. Then it takes you to the cherry. Then it takes you to the caramel on the late palate there. Smells like it tastes. Like it has all those notes working together in tandem. It's very solid. I'm actually going to go ahead and rate this an 8.0. A good step up, actually. I like it a good bit more than I used to. And I think I've just warmed up to enjoying lower proofs a little bit more. So, oh well. I used to be that hazmat king. I still like my hazmats, but, you know, I have a special place in my heart for whiskey that is that quality at that proof. Let's have some Michter's 20. So we have upped it 10 years, and it's also 114 proof, so it's about 20 proof points higher And oh my god. Wow. That's vanilla. Vanilla custard, really rich oak and tobacco. Oh my god, it has like a real funky, like dusty note on it that I really would only associate with whiskeys that are like 1990s, 1980s stuff. And I guess since this is 20 years old and 2018 release, I mean, this actually was distilled in 1998, so it actually does meet the qualification of a dusty, except it's 20 years old at 114 proof. Most of the dusties we're drinking are like in the 90s, and they're like 8 years old. Oh my god. Now, I will say that if this video gets 100 likes, now I've set the bar a little higher before, and we didn't get those bars, so this 100 likes, I am going to do a review on Michter's 25 bourbon in 2 weeks from today. So Michter's 20 bourbon is $3,000, it's 114 proof. Michter's 25 bourbon is 25 years old, it's $6,000, and it's 116 proof. So for 5 extra years and 2 extra proof, you could pay double the price. You could pay a price that is worth more than my car, and you can have a bottle of Michter's 25. But I do have a sample of it. And so that sample, it wasn't easy to come by, but I have a 1 ounce sample that we can try here. So if this video gets 100 likes, I will try the Michter's 25 bourbon here with you guys, and we'll see if it's really that good. But it is a $6,000 bottle. That will be the most expensive thing that we've reviewed here on the channel. But back to this Michter's 20. This is good. That is really, really nice here. Let's take a sip. Okay.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Really? I'm blown away. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Like on the palate there, this like really burnt creme brulee note came out. That's really, really fine. What the hell is that? Oh my god. It's like a burnt vanilla custard almost. Like, I think it's a blend of like that tobacco and that vanilla, and oh my god, that is so interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the 9s, okay? This is one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. This is, oh wow, this is up there. Now, I will say, they say that like the 2016, the 2018 batches are really, really special batches. And like 2019 is also really good, and then it does fall off a little bit, so the more modern batches may not be as good, which is why people spend an extra $1,000 on these batches. That's $4,000 instead of like, I said like $3,200, $3,300 for a more modern batch. I don't know if there's really that big of a difference. I haven't had Michter's 20 before. I'm enjoying it here with you guys for the first time, and boy, am I having fun with it. Oh my god, that is incredible whiskey. I just want to smell it. I just want to sit here with you guys for like half an hour, and we'll talk about our days, we'll talk about sports, we'll talk about whatever, and we'll just drink some Michter's 20 together. Oh wow, that is so delicious. Okay, so I just want to note that I know that a lot of ranking systems don't put Michter's 20 on their list, and I know a lot of those guys that are doing those ranking systems are probably drinking Michter's 20 every year, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that all the ranking systems are wrong because they're not placing Michter's 20 at the top. I mean, this is this is ridiculous. This is just, I know it's not easy to come by. I probably will never own a bottle, guys. But for the 1 ounce, all right, make friends with the right people, and you can try it. I actually went to a rare character dinner about 2 weeks before I'm posting this, and they actually had a Michter's 20 there, and it was $150 for an ounce, but they were doing 25% off for the event, so it was actually $112. And I actually know people that got a half ounce for like $65 just to try it, and that is actually what I have here. So $65. Worth it. I mean, I know that that's 1/50th of the bottle, and so you're paying the rate of a $3,000 bottle, which is secondary on a bottle, but to try it once for $60, if you can get a half ounce, if you could find those kinds of deals. That place was in Norwalk, Connecticut, so definitely go check it out. I think Josie and Tony, something like that. Really, really fun place. Check that place out. Check out your local place if they have Michter's 20 for $60 for a half ounce, because this experience I'm having, that one sip to me was $60, and we're enjoying a half ounce here together. Let's take another sip. Oh my god. Oh my god. It has this like crazy sugar candy note on it as well, like really like a gummy sweetness to it almost. but then it gets into like this burnt creme brulee. I mean, it has the tobacco, it has a nice oak richness, but the dusty funk on it is funkier than any dusty funk I've had. I want a bottle. I want a bottle. Oh my God. That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. We're in the nines, guys, all right? Like, I don't talk about this, about all whiskeys. This is... What the hell is Michter's 25 gonna taste like? Oh my God. And people say that Michter's 20 is such an incredible step up on Michter's 10. And look, I mean, this is garbage, all right? I'm not even gonna revisit that. I'm gonna keep this in my palate for like, and I'm not even gonna eat any food, drink any water. I'm just gonna sit after this video with this flavor in my mouth for a long time. That is garbage. That actually, you know what? That's off the screen now. We're not even gonna look at that Michter's 10 again. We're gonna sit here with this Michter's 20. But they say that the Michter's 25 is such a step up on the Michter's 20, and then the Michter's 25 rye is such a step up on the Michter's 25. So I'm intrigued. All right, let's get this to 100 likes so that I can try Michter's 25, all right? Because it wasn't an easy sample to get, and I don't know if I'll ever get one again. And so I cannot justify drinking that much good whiskey back to back to back to back. But if it gets 100 likes, I'll justify it. So I'm in love. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in love. This is probably one of the more ecstatic videos that I've ever had here on the channel, and it deserves it. So weird. All right, let's take this final sip here. Let's give it a rating. Okay. If William Llewellyn is an 8.8, 8.9, GTS 2024 is an 8.7. This is a 9.3. That is the highest rating I've given here on the channel. I think the highest before this was 9.1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 9.3. That is amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to try any Michter's 20, I don't know how much worse the more modern batches are. I've heard they're slightly worse, but it's still Michter's 20. Try them if you can. $60 for a half ounce at that place in Norwalk, Connecticut. This is not a paid advertisement. I didn't even buy the pour because I said I'm gonna go try the sample of it later, and I should have bought the pour. And you know what? I might go back and buy some. That is absolutely stellar. Thank you so much, Mark, for sharing your incredible bottle here with today. Thank you all for joining me on this experience. This was a lot of fun. The highest rating I've given here on the channel at Casking Point, 9.3 for Michter's 2020 from the 2018 release. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all. I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.